Hi everyone, it is me, Dom. I am here with a poem, as you know. The poem I am reading today is very short, but very deep. And when I read it and start to explain everything, you will understand why. So yeah, let's get started. It is going to be by William Butler Yeats, and the title is The Fish. So let's get started. Although you hide in the ebb and flow of the pale tide when the moon has set, the people of coming days will know about the casting out of my net, and how you have leaped times out of mind over the little silver cords, and think that you were hard and unkind, and blame you with many bitter words. Very good. Okay, so we read this, right? Now we get to dissect it, and it is so deep, I feel like the most simple short poems are always the most in-depth ones, especially when you see like the fish, like, okay, we're talking about fish, okay, but then you read it and you're like, wow, like I'm gonna ponder about life and reflect for a bit, which is what I plan to do for the rest of my day. Anyways, the way that I the way I'm comprehending it is, obviously, as a fish, you're always most fish have a school. So they're in packs. They're never really alone. Again, most fish. Don't know what type we're talking about. Anyways, when it talks about casting out my net, so we have a fish in the ocean, and then we have a human, getting fish. So the fish has this life, they have, a group of fish, whatever. This human is out here seeking the fish. So I feel like at that point, they're seeking something, and it says, and how you have leaped times out of mind over the little silver cords. So in the way that I'm taking it is, there's this school of fish, the person's getting the net, this one specific fish is getting out, and think that you were hard and unkind, and blame you with many bitter words. So I think that the POV that this is being written is from the fish that got captured, and they're seeing the fish that got away as hard and unkind, and blame them with many bitter words, because they are essentially trapped and they see what could have been, which is free. Initially, they were once that free fish, and now they're captured, and so this bitterness is seeping out, and that's how I'm kind of taking it. So you're in the POVs of the fish in the net, and now they're upset, envious, jealous, whatever you want to call it, of the fish that is outside the net. And the human is almost like the catalyst for that to happen. And the reason that I love this is because it's so realistic to life and people. I have had people in my life be very envious of things that I would never dream of being envious of. And it really, when people are envious, it makes me feel more grateful, because that means that there's something that someone wants, and I never take anything for granted. But the way that people show envy is, one, through words, through physical things, through manipulation. There's so many things that people can do to express envy and jealousy, and it's honestly, it's horrible. It's the most toxic thing the most toxic emotion someone can express. And I think people need to learn to not be as envious. And I know it's so hard, especially in these days when, you're dealing with this and you just see right next to you. Like, it's hard. I mean, we're all human. I'm sure I get envious, but I learn to, as soon as I feel that envy or jealousy, I turn it into motivation, and I programmed my brain to think that way. So it's like, wow, this person has a really nice car. and I don't. So I could easily just be envious of them. But I'm like, you know what? Like, they deserve that car. They probably worked hard. I'm gonna assume whatever makes me feel better, but I'm also gonna use it as motivation. It's like, okay, like this person has that car, whatever, you know, who knows how they acquired it, whatever. That doesn't matter. What matters is the fact that I want that car too. I see that someone has it, and I can do the same exact. Obviously, I'm not gonna get it the same way. I'm not gonna, you know, acquire, you know, whatever. However I get it, it just plants a seed in my head where it's like, okay, like I saw this car, I want this car. How am I gonna work on my path to receive that? And again, you know, as being a fish and being captured, you're not really, you know, they're not going about their day and being like, this is the day, like, guys, come on, we're dying. I don't want to say that, but like, you know, we're gone. We're not gonna be here anymore. And that's just the simplicity, the beauty, whatever you want to call it, of life, is just like, you just never know. And I think as long as you're always working towards something and trying, you're going to achieve something. It may, you know, and that's the thing, it might take someone 3 months to get to that goal, or it might take someone 3 years. And the beauty is, no matter what you're doing, like, no matter how fast it comes, you're still gonna do it. Time's gonna pass by anyways. So it's like, might as well just do it, rather than, you know, being in this net and being, you know, having these bitter words and blaming. And it's just trying to like change your perception, change your mind, and just be a more positive human being rather than being envious, even if it's subconsciously, and even if no one knows, even if you don't express. But just those thoughts are so toxic, and it's important. Your thoughts are important. It's important to know what's on your mind and what consumes your mind, because at the end of the day, your mind is what makes reality. And yeah, that's all I have. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk. No, yeah, this was an amazing, again, very, very short poem, very deep. At least I made it deep. I don't know if it was meant to be that deep, but anyways, this is gonna be my last poem for the week. I'm definitely gonna get back on schedule. So many things have been, but we're adjusting, we're doing that, we're still making these, and I'm excited. I'm excited to invest more time into this and kind of figure out different routes. So stay tuned, but also have a great day. So.